What up, YouTube? D.lux here. Update on this Monte Carlo. So, I done did a whole lot to this Monte Carlo. I got everything in there that's test fitting it. As you can see, the back seat is in, the rear deck is in. Let me turn this light on. Oops, oh, it was on. Alright, put the suede headliner in there, as you can see. Made a custom rear deck. Back seat was in. Rear panels is in. He did a seatbelt delete. I didn't do it. He did it. So, the seatbelts are out. I made these custom panels that go on there with the Monte Carlo SS logo. The same as that one. That's on the side right there. I got the top of the door in on that side. I know it seems like that angle is crooked, but it's not. When you see what happens, you'll notice. I got the console in there, pretty much. Just set it in there to see how it's gonna fit. USB port. Got to put the center section in, but I'm thinking about running the LED light right there. That's why I haven't put that part in yet, because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I got to take this tack off. The customer was going to get the pieces painted, but that's going to take a minute. So I'm just going to wrap them up. Throw a Forgiato light on that side over there. Dye this piece over here. Dye that piece down there. Fix this crack. Dye the dash. Because this dash is too perfect. I don't want to take it out because there's too much shit going on. I can't. It's too much. So I'm going to dye it. It just look the same. So I'm going to show you this back part. When I open the door, it lights up. The Monte Carlo SS lights up. And all I have to do is wire that up. The wires are there. That lights up too on the side. 6.5 on the side. Hold on 1 second. Got a call from wifey, so hold on 1 second. As I was saying, the LEDs on the door. And I'm making a speaker pod that goes right on the bottom of the door that I will be selling. So you can buy those and just put them on your door. You shouldn't even have to cut your door panel at all. So that's what's going on with this car. And I'll show you the pods I'm making. Okay, here you have the other door that's been wrapped. And here's the pod that I've been making for these, which actually fits right on there like that. And of course you screw it in from the rear. 6.5 to drop in. I'm gonna countersink this right here. Route the edges. Maybe cut a design out right there. Route the edges. And wrap it in gray. And you should be able to just put it on here, run some screws through the back, and you have it attached. I will make a grill cover that goes on there with a press on, with some dowel rods, and I should be able to press it in there, and it should fit tight. It shouldn't come off. And there are the pieces to another one, and I will show you the steps into making those. Okay, YouTube. So here's the speaker pod that goes on the bottom of a G-body door panel, which you can modify this section right here to put as whatever you want to put in here. Right here I just put 2 6.5s, or you can scoot them over, 2 6.5s and a tweak, or whatever you want to do. But that's what I did. This one 2 6.5s. And I actually got this is for like Pioneer, Kenwood, some shit like that. Some standard 6.5s, 3 ways, 2 ways that doesn't have that big ass stupid magnet on the bottom, because you don't need all that. So as you can see, the magnet should fit right down in there. It shouldn't even go through the bottom, because this is a 1/2 inch. This section right here is a 1/2 inch. No, this is 3/4 inch. This is a 1/2 inch, and this is a 1/2 inch. So you figure you got 1 3/4 inches. That's almost 2 inches right there. Plus the bottom of the door panel is sit down another 1/4. So you got 2.5 inches right there. So if you got a speaker that's bigger than that, you crazy. But like I said, here's the pod, the rough pod. And I cut this section out. I'm gonna put some carpet behind there or some grill behind there to bring it in to match everything else in the panel. I mean everything else in the car. So the pieces you need is some 1-inch strips. Well, I mean 1/4 inch. Nah, 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch strips. Various lengths. I just cut 2 long ones because you need those. This is a key piece right here. And this is a key piece right here. Then you need the actual face. You see I had one down on the ground right there, but the actual face right here, 3/4 inch. Cut your speaker holes out. I actually made this one as the exact opposite of this one. So I'm gonna cut these holes out. And then you have, excuse the flow because you see I'm working. But actually it's the exact opposite of this one. When I cut this out and flip it to the other side, it'll be the exact opposite of this one. So I'm gonna cut these out and I'm gonna show you. Okay, now I have the pieces cut out, as you can see. Driver's side, 6.5 cut out. Got the strips. Got the rear section, the rear piece. This actually goes, see that curve right there? This actually goes right there, but under here, like that. Then you got this piece right here. This piece goes right here. And it actually hangs on the edge of this like this. And then this sits on top of there like that. That'll give you the 1/2 inch gap that you need. This is a 1/2 inch. It hangs on there like that. This is a 1/2 inch. Put it down like that. Take this. This sits on top of there like that. So once you staple all this together or nail it together, however you want to attach it, line everything up. See, as you can see, it fits like that. After you line everything up like that, you staple it all together. Take your sander, just make sure the edges are smooth. Then you got this one right here. This one actually fits. See that angle? It actually fits right behind there like that. So it's hard to do with one hand, but it goes up under here. Hold on. Let me stop the tape. Hold on 1 second. Okay. It's in there now. So it actually fits like that. And then you take the other strip and you measure it close as you can. Cut it, little piece. It should fit in between there, and put it in there. And you take your sander after you finish nailing everything together, and you sand all that shit smooth, and you're good. Take your router, countersink this right here, countersink that right there. This is a 5.7 hole, which is fit every 6.5 inch. That's the biggest size, so it'll fit all the 6.5 inches. So and you route this edge up right here, it should bring you enough that the speaker will drop down in there. Pretty much all 6.5 should be able to drop down in there. So I usually take it down about 1/4 of an inch so that it'll drop down and it'll be flush, and the rubber part of the speaker won't even touch when it's vibrating or when the sound comes through. So that's how you make that. So let me route the edges and I'm gonna show you how it looks when I'm done. Okay, now you see I routed the countersink so a speaker will fit right down in there. So, and I routed that edge right there. Now I'll go over with some 80 grit to smooth it out, because my cuts are not perfect. No way, I'm not perfect with this. So, like I said, I freehand most of these edges, so I'll sand it, get it smooth, and get it straight as I can get it. And there you go. So now I'm gonna take the little small pieces that go right there, right there, right there, and air nail it to there, and it'll be a finished pod ready for the wrapping. And I'll show you that in a second. So this is what it looks like after everything's been sanded. I sanded the edges right here. See, you could take body filler and fill all this in, but you really don't need to, because when you wrap it, if you do it right, you'll never see that. Sanded the edges and made a little sand. Sanded these edges just a little bit right there. Around the edges. Put body filler in there, fill that little crack up. All that. But I know how to wrap, so you'll never see it. And then this is what it looks like right here. Take a jigsaw, come around there and round that edge off right there. And there you have it. Trim the edge. Speaker pod, ready for some speakers. There's a couple more other steps you gotta do, but you get the idea. You can make it twist it. You can twist it and turn it in all kind of ways, however you want to do it yourself. But that's how I do it. And you see it. All I have to do is make the grill that goes on top of the speaker right now, the one that sits right here. And that's my secret. I'm not giving you all the game. I'm giving too much game away. So there you go, YouTube. G-body speaker pods. And I will be selling these patterns. If you want to buy them, hit your boy up. Or just pay me to make you some and I'll send you some in the mail. So if it ain't D.lux, it's these nuts.